Hello everyone, my name is Halo Run and welcome back to Frostpunk. Now, there's one thing I forgot to say to the other one and another thing I'd like to address. There's a reason why I put these around here, which I may have said. We need them warm, otherwise they stop functioning. There's no point putting the houses around here if we have no food to feed people. I mean, what are you going to feed people with? Scraps? Metal? I mean, you need to make sure that they all work functionality and functional. Or functioning, depending on which word you say. Now, the other thing was why I picked order over the religious side. I wanted to do something different, and I felt like it'd be a good pace. Something different here and there. And we also need to get this outpost done, usually before and much faster. I should have done it faster beforehand, but well, it is what it is. Not to mention, we also got to worry about having some people coming through. And we've got to worry about over here as well. Let's see. We've got the steel for it, so what we'll do, because we need this as far as we can away from the main lot. One right there, and another one further over here. Yeah. And then we disable this one. Or dismantle, if you will. Oh yeah, I forgot about that one. Let's just say, we talked to the children in the hideout. They said that one night their teachers and some hunters took them from Winterhome on a secret adventure. Teachers told them they're going to stay out here for a while. When the food ran low, the Guardians went back to get more and didn't. Well, it seems these kids were evacuated in time before the city got really ugly. Escort the children. We formed a line towards the city. They walked quietly and resolvently, like little adults, the youngest holding their toys tightly. That's a bum. But gotta keep pushing forward. Yeah, it's fine. The next promise will fix all that. I just hope we make it in time. Let them sober up. They were just going around causing some yelling, screaming, pushing him over, cursing. Let them sober up. Hope goes up that way. Come on, we gotta speed this up. Someone has stolen food. It seems this ridiculous idea of leaving for London is gaining traction. Yeah, but you're destroying things in the process. You're just making things harder for other people. Come on. That's not the way to do things. Waiting to do coal stuff. Oof, we've got a few people coming, so this better hurry up. Good. Now we go patrol so we can lower discontent. Straight away. And as soon as the heat goes up a bit, things will get better. Now you came from there, so we'll send you over here, I think? No, he comes from there, so you'll have to be over to the Dreadnought. Now for our research, we need to go level 3 stuff. And since we have the better steel works, we'll put them both there. You'll see why soon that it's very important. Sir, a child came to the guard station and gave the guardsman a stuffed toy with a dog. Oh, kinda looks like Snoopy. Telling them that they should take it with them when they walk the streets at night. It seems people appreciate those who work hard to protect law and order in our city. I'm very glad to hear it. That's not an easy job to do that. Especially keeping people content in the same concept. Now that we've done that, we'll put a bunkhouse here so they get a bit happier. Should only be 6 people at the best of it. Waiting, you're going to whatever this is. Frozen Grove. Not too far off from the heat increase. Now generally while it's as cold as it is, you don't want to send people out because of how cold it is. That's why the robot there worked wonders. Captain, the Londoners are stealing again. People are angry that the Londoners are putting their crazy idea before the needs of the city. I can understand. It is very annoying. I can understand that they need a good kick up the backside. That's what I do understand. Our guards did a good job. They got the goods back, but more importantly, they caught one of the thieves. Now, we can put an end to the thievery. What should we do with him? Our people will decide his fate. Mostly because it's easier. We need to steal, so we can't do that. And once Tech 3 comes about, we will have to worry about this one. The infirmary and less people in it. Because while we got the heat, we have to worry about the people, the resources, and how fast we do things. Oh, we're making it. There we go. Now I can remove all the coal functions to a degree. There we go. Now we're getting somewhere.
Come, lads. We must work harder.
We must. That's true. The real problem thing is later on. Oh, you'll see what I mean in a minute or two, probably 3. We also need a steam hub here too. Yeah, keeps them nice and warm. Less sick people, better. But we also need some steel, so we have to be careful how much we use. We need just shy of 1. There we go. After all, the less people something needs, the better. Sir, our guards report this man is giving impassioned speech to a small crowd accusing you of scheming to enslave us all. Our captain is trying to keep you content, ignorant, and under control. Remember the new poor law, the workhouses? That's how we live now. We're supposed to work and be quiet, but it's not too late. Let him speak. It is his right. It is definitely his right. Now, we can open an infirmary over here. Get even more people dealt with. Yeah. Things are going good. Next, we need to worry about a gathering... No, steel? Yeah, steel coal thumper. That's the next one.
Work day is up. Return your tools.
It may be, but we also need to get that research done, so you're gonna have to keep working. I won't address this right away. Well, I can't. That's not on the top of my priority list. Getting even more people healed? It's good. Now, we need the moonshine thing. Waiting, explore. We found a piece of hull plate bolted to a boulder. It's engraved with the following inscriptions. In the year 1886, the American expedition aboard Hepatitis landed here in search of a haven from the global glaciation? I'm gonna say catastrophe. May God preserve the souls of our fellow countrymen who perished on the way aboard our sister ship Prometheus. You've discovered Telstra. Or Telstra City? Tesla City, not Telstra. What am I thinking Telstra for? Silly me. Or stupid. Probably both. Now the cold will go down 3 and then rise up 2, so we'll be down on 50. So that's something we're going to have to worry about very soon. But getting the sick down is definitely more important. The last thing we want is them to turn gravely sick. Send guards to catch them. It's the same thing. Gonna need more food since there's more people. One of our guardsmen was beaten to death whilst chasing the Londoners. We caught one of the thieves, but he's not the murderer. What should we do with him? Let him go. He isn't the murderer. Now we get to the important stuff. Healthcare installation. Yeah, that's important. Cookhouse will be warmer, that's important too. But let's go gathering post warmth, because then we can get more efficient gathering. Resources. Needs a lot of steel. People regain hope. For the first time, the Londoners have failed to persuade anyone to abandon our city and flee to London. People are recovering from their shock at the news of Winterhome and starting to hope for the future. I hope so. I would have failed otherwise. I can't build anything. Well, that's a bummer. Waiting, explore. Able minds and bodies will prevail over the cold, reads the slogan over the entrance to the Tesla City. A central tall tower shines with the blue glow of electric discharge, which forms a protective dome over the town. But something went wrong here. There are charred bodies lying in the streets, and the stench of burned flesh taunts the air. We saw a lightning strike from the tower hitting a building and leaving a gush in the roof. Let's hope this works. It worked! We've seen a thing or two in our lives, but nothing has ever frightened us as much as this blasted lightning, until we figured out how to switch it off. Now we're able to establish an outpost here. Good, good, good. Dismantle. You're going over here. And you're going to the fishing village. Things are going somewhat good for the moment. For now. Oh, you're supposed to go there, aren't you? No, you're supposed to go here. You're supposed to go down there. And we're getting a little bit of metal while we're at it. So that's a start. Good. Efficient gathering. This is most important. That way they'll be much, much, much better. What are you complaining about? An indulgent woman. Sir, our guards have reported this woman for attacking them on patrol. She was cursing them and hitting them with her fists when they brought her in. This is what she says. I would have come myself, the woman says. These swine have been pestering me day in and day out, and I'm sick of it. They say they need to check if everything's in order, but that's just an excuse for them to make advances. Reprimand the guards. That sort of attitude is unacceptable. Abusing power is not acceptable. Ever. Period. And now we're getting a bit more metal. So once this thing goes off, Explore. The fishing village used to supply Tesla City with food. Searching it, we find a letter. Mike, don't return to the city. Tesla is a madman. He cast out all the amputees, all the sick. Jerry's parents and old Beth are among them. There will be blood, that's for sure, and soon. The village was left in order. We could send a team here to start fishing. No, dismantle. We don't need any of those resources when it comes to food because we already got enough food. What do you say? I'll open a new infirmary. Yes, I will. I'll try to. I'll have to. A promise is a promise. Ones that I can keep, at least. The end of thievery. Sir, the thief you ordered to be released has been beaten up. People decided to take justice into their own hands, probably because they feel that when you dispersed their protest, you threatened them worse than the thief we caught. They'll make sure he doesn't steal again. A buried shame. Poking around the trees marked with crossfurs. We found shallow graves under each of them. The dead bodies lack most of the bigger muscles, and some bones bear signs of a cutting tool. The corpses have been obviously stripped of edible parts. Now we know what kept the survivors by freshwater springs from starving. We'll leave the graves intact, but cut the trees for wood. Good, good, good. We do need wood. Waiting. Explore. Inside the Randstad station, we found Tesla's audio diary. A voice speaks all the observed changes, like sun dimming, volcanic ashes, could have caused such cooling. But what if the huge quake of 1887 in Paragona was in an asteroid strike? There's shouting, crashes, then silence. Numerous tracks lead from the door towards the mountain. You've discovered cave hideout. That's the fastest. We'll go there quickly. We'll have to go with another one here. Good. Promise fulfilled. Hope goes up. People get happier.
Come, lads. We must work harder.
Good, good, good. Now we have faster gathering too. That's very important. But the question remains, will we last long enough? Because we have to worry about the cold, so let's go with healthcare insulation. But we need more food. Let's go with a difference engine. That way we can spend on this and get an efficiency upgrade using less coal rather than more. Let's see, I've got about 20 minutes left. Maybe a bit more. We'll see. Now the first things first is we need to make the houses better, otherwise everyone is going to get ridiculously sick who isn't in the main ring. Come on people, build fast. Oh, Book of Laws. We need a care house.
Listen everyone, new law is signed.
One of our people is facing death, but he's refusing amputation. He keeps screaming that he doesn't want anyone to touch his leg, and he won't change his mind, even though Gangrel will kill him in a matter of hours. Cut off his leg. Sorry, mate. Ooh. As we approach the cave, its inhabitants pull out rifles and take positions behind the wall bearing the entrance. They are in bad shape, weak from malnutrition and illness. Talk to them. Seeing that we have no ill intentions, the Americans told us how they dealt justice to the inventor after expelling him from the city. We buried Tesla's battered body in the cave, and now we are heading home with these poor wretches in tow. Good, we could use the resources too. What else do we need? We've got those. Everything here is steel steamworks. Perhaps we should just worry about upgrading the houses as best we can. We've got even more hope now. Now, let's go with generator efficiency. Generator coal consumed will be reduced by a further 10%. It's good. A care house has been established in accordance with the new law. Good. We need that badly. And that solves that problem. Let me see, First, Londoners convinced to stay. So several of the people who wanted to leave or wanted to flee to London have decided to trust you and stay. They say that your recent decisions convince them that there is hope for us yet. I'm glad to hear that. Very glad, actually. Now we'll get that done. I do. Not disbanding you. I'm sending over to the ice corridor so we can get things done quicker.
Brace yourselves.
Here's the cold.
It's coming.
But at least everything else still functions. That doesn't.
No time to waste. We've got work to do.
Yeah, that's fine. As soon as the people come back, 36. Need a couple more houses, I think. There. Now it goes straight through. Don't want people getting too sick. Okay, and an emergency shift for today so they don't die. And you've got no workers because it's too cold to have you working there. For now, at least. You've been shut down. It's too cold. Things are not going too badly, at least. It's not long until we have the advancements as well. We need another law. Amputees. Prosthetics. Not the greatest point in life, but we've only got we've only got 3 amputees, to be honest. Someone left a note at the care house. It reads, "Thank you with all the work we have to do. It's so hard for families to properly care for an individual in invalid places like this makes life a little easier for us all." Invalid. Important. Hope rises slightly. Good. And people are getting less sick, which is also important. Not far off from making the generator more useful. Good. Now what we need more than anything is cookhouses. I mean, that'll help too, but we need the cookhouses thing done more importantly. The insulation of the cookhouses is most important. If we can't eat, we die. We also, since we have enough resources, we can make a couple more you should go over here to the stone ship. Those resources really help. Now we can make a couple more depots.
Rest time. Work is done for the day.
Coal. Wood. What do you say? It was the right thing to do. Thank you. I was in terrible pain and blinded by fear, and my choices would have doomed me. I may be without a limb now, but I'll live. No worries. Don't worry, you'll have a limb in a minute. There we go.
New law. A new law has passed.
Since you're in the hotter ring, we'll need to get this done as quick as possible. It's not very good for a lot of people, but we have to get this done. Especially while things are still working. Right, that's working now. This should be working too.
Come, lads.
There we go.
We must work harder.
We must. And with that, we can get another gathering post. There. Good, good, good. Let's go with... what's a good thing to stop people from getting sick? Advanced Steelworks. That'd be useful. Let's get that done. Yeah, I know, but while we got the chance, we have to get this done as quick as possible. There we go. Hope rises a bit more. Let's hope it's enough to convince these damn Londoners that they need to stay. Let him rest. Yeah, no, that's fine. If you need to rest, you need to rest. That's just simply as it is. This should be enough, I think. No, it's not.
Workday is up. Return your tools.
We need hothouses 2. I think we'll end it in a minute. Ooh. Might just in about 10 minutes more. People abandon the Londoners. Good. Hope's nearly completely up there. It's got a little bit to go. Now the thing that will get hard, I think if I remember right, not too sure, but I do remember something that gets harder soon enough. We marvel at the thick slabs of ice that have been crushed and swept aside by the American dreadnought Hepatitis. Soon we might be able to learn how to manage to accomplish such feats. We can see a huge silhouette in the distance, which might be its sister ship Prometheus. That's fine. What do you say? Food for overtime work. Our people are becoming less and less committed to their work. Perhaps we should give them some extra rations while they're sweating blood on emergency shifts. Yes. It's not a good idea, but it's a necessary idea. That way you can't complain too much. What do we need next? Faster outpost teams? That'd be handy.
Come, lads. We must work harder.
We must. Explore. Calculating genius. The Dreadnought is stripped of any of useful machinery, but its bulk contains enough steel to justify establishing an outpost here. On the bridge we found a log with a Tesla's last log. Transfer all the supplies and able-bodied survivors aboard Hepatitis. Take the amputees only if you have prosthetics to make them useful. We don't need that. Let's go to the abandoned sawmill. Where are you going? Over there? Things are looking really good. That's good. Now we'll get the factory. Oh yeah, I forgot about that. We need resource depot. We'll need the advanced steels later on. Very, very handy. Now, since we also built industrial hothouses, we'll have to get those built.
Workday end. It's time for rest.
And we also need food. So another cookery might be useful. Maybe. It's just within a ring of heat. Now we also need... I think we might go that, but that's 100%. Improved heaters. That'd be useful. Wood. There was probably an outpost here years ago. Now there's nothing left but a frozen sawmill. That's sad. Let's go with the damaged snowcat. We don't have any workers for that. We don't need so much wood anymore, so let's get those people out of there and... yeah, that'll do. So we have that done. That's useful. We got 5, 6 of those. So we should start be getting coal back. At least enough. Eventually. Explore. A search hasn't uncovered anything useful. Fair enough. Book of Laws. 4 men might be useful.
Hear me, hear me. New law in the city.
Well, I hope so. We're going to need as much as we can get. We need hope up a bit more. No, can't do anything about that. People abandon Londoners? Good. We need more workers. Waiting, explore, take the resources. Inside a huge wreck. Go to the... no wait, ruined warehouse. Well, we got time. That's getting used quite profusely. Now, can we build... no, we haven't researched it yet. Well, we need the factory, we need the robot to be better than what it is. As long as we're gaining more than we're actually using, that's what's most important. Two more workers should do good. Here. We've got another cold spell coming in, but 60 is alright. That's at least manageable. The thing that I really wanted to get done is the heating efficiency. So we can have the two, and it will cost less resources. Food, wood... and I think that's it. Yeah, looks like it. I'll send you there just in case we find anything else. Anyways, this will have to do it for this episode. I'm gonna save as 8. And I do very much appreciate it that we hit past 70 subscribers. I didn't say it in the last video. It's more than I could ever hope for, and I'm very happy for it. Hopefully you have a bit of PMA out there. It's a positive mental attitude, just a little bit of happiness. Maybe these games might give you something, who knows. Anyways, thank you so much for watching these videos with me, or playing the game with me, so to speak. And I will... I think that was... no, it was... perhaps you might like this video, perhaps chuck us a like and maybe a subscribe, and we'll catch you in the next video. That's the one. Anyways, bye bye.